This is a story about a vision, a story about true grit, determination and tenacity, a competitive spirit that lives within everyone, but it takes a certain kind of person to bring all those elements together. A story about achieving, inspiring and climbing to greater heights. This is a ladder to Le Mans. I'm joined by an up-and-coming racing driver known as Jack Fabby. Hello, Jack.
Hiya.
Tell us a little bit about your motorsport experience to date.
Well, I started racing karts 4 years ago. I've been in and out of British Championships. It was getting a bit too expensive for me to carry on in karts. I decided that racing cars would be a better option.
So what are you going to be doing this year, racing-wise?
I'll be racing in the Junior Saloon Car Championships for 14 to 17-year-olds. It's a one-make series, so everyone drives the same car as this one.
Fantastic. And how many rounds are you looking at racing in?
There's 7 rounds with 14 races throughout the season.
And from Junior Saloon Car Racing, what will be the next step?
My aspirations are to get into Le Mans and possibly be the youngest driver to race in Le Mans. I've got a lot of determination and a lot of support to get me there, but it's just connecting up the dots really.
Well, fantastic. We wish you the very best of luck this year and also for your future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. I'm now joined by Joanne Fabby, Jack's mum. Joanne, what goes into the decision-making process when you allow a youngster to race?
It's difficult as a parent. You want your child to enjoy doing something, have a hobby, but also there's the element of danger as well as the cost. Jack's been involved in karting for 4 years. Myself and Jack's dad have also been involved in motorsport for a very long time, so we know the risks, but we're happy that he is competent enough to do it. For us, with Jack, it's the whole involvement in motorsport from being 10 has made him evolve into a real confident, funny 14-year-old, whereas when he was 10 he was extremely quiet and shy. It's brought him out of his shell. He's got lots of friends all over the country now, so it's been really good for him, and hopefully we're on to the next chapter now.
And what does the family gain from having a youngster racing in motorsport?
It's the enjoyment of doing something together as a family. We put a lot of, it takes a lot of commitment from us. We're normal parents with normal jobs, but we're doing something which may help him with his career in the future. It's certainly helped him with his schoolwork and his options at school. He's got a better idea of what he wants to do in the future, and we just enjoy the whole everything that comes with motorsports.
Are you as parents involved in his coaching in any way?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to be. We don't say too much about his actual driving because he does have a driver coach, and we don't want to give him conflicting information. Dad's been very involved with teaching him how to drive a normal road car, and I just do all the mum things like keep him fed and watered and calm. But yeah, we're all very involved. He's got 2 sisters, and they give their encouragement as well to him.
And you're very much looking forward to the season, I suspect.
Yes, extremely. We've not raced for 7 months, having given up karting, so it can't come sooner for us. We're extremely looking forward to it.
Well, we wish you and the whole Fabby family the very best of luck this season. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So part of Jack's training is his work on the simulator, which allows him to get used to tracks that he's not yet driven on. And behind me, he's in session at the moment with his mentor and driver coach, Ray Grimes. We're now talking to Ray Grimes, who is Jack Fabby's driving coach. Ray, tell us a little bit about your background.
I've raced in many championships myself. I've won a few championships, and also I moved into instructing driver coaching. I was Ferrari's chief instructor in Europe for 10 years, won the Instructor of the Year twice for them, and I decided to concentrate on just looking after drivers basically and bringing them on. I've had 6 champions in the last 4 years, So I've got that intention to do the same with Jack.
Was it hard for you to compete when you were involved?
Yes, it was. Again, it's a financial thing, and that's why I like the championship that we're involved with, because it means that the juniors can race without spending fortunes, but they can learn their way of driving and the techniques without it costing a lot of money.
What motivates you to inspire your clients?
Because I don't like to finish second. The number one priority is that we become winners, but we've got to do it over a period of time. We can't do it overnight. So, and it's all about getting the confidence of the driver and building it up gradually, rather than trying to push them too hard and make them not enjoy the experience.
So what do you get from the involvement then?
Winning. That's all we want to do. We want to win. And to see the drivers actually win championships, win races, it's really, really exciting. I actually find it more exciting to see my drivers win than I do myself.
So talking about exciting, just tell us what the Ladder to Le Mans is all about.
What we've trying to achieve is make it so that drivers can move from karting from 8 years old, make the way up through the categories, go into the Junior Saloon Car Championships, where they can learn how to be competitive and race close, and learn all the aspects that they really need to understand about motorsport. And then we can, as they get sponsors, Jack's got a new sponsor who's said he wants to make this a long-term commitment, and we can move along with them, and as they become more successful, they'll put more money into it, and we can actually take Jack all the way through to the Le Mans.
I mean, how could you say no? It was very well put together. I thought, well, it's, you know, this guy who's got a dream. It was so unique. You know, normally it's something, you know, whether you're into you know, radio advertising, banner advertising, you want to make leaflets. This one, if you can be, you know, have your brand on a car and associate it with someone who has, you know, obviously a great ambition. I mean, why wouldn't you? That's why I thought of it anyway. You know, it was a fantastic opportunity, and it would have been ridiculous to say no. I suppose it's kind of like when we first started, and I think that's why we made the connection. Because when you're starting small and you're starting from a lower position, I know what it's like to kind of fight your way up the top. So it's to kind of go along that journey and help someone else along that journey to help them succeed in where they want to go. I can completely connect with that, and I want to be part of that. So just basically getting our brand out there. But this is by far the biggest step for us, and the most important step for what we want to do. It is very much a calculated risk, but to be honest, every decision we make is a calculated risk. So why not go for the ones that have a bit of fun attached?
I'm now talking with Dave Beecroft, owner of Oryx Competition. Dave, tell us about your company involvement.
Well, our company, Oryx Competition, we're actually preparing and running the cars for Jack and a number of other competitors. So our primary role is to make sure the car's safe and competitive.
What is Junior Saloon Cars?
Junior Saloon Cars is a championship where all the drivers drive the same type of small hatch saloon. All the cars have got 1600 engines, 600cc engines, all using the same tyres, same suspension. Ideally, they should be all equal, and it's down to the driver talent, the young driver talent.
This is the first year that saloon car racing will be taking place for juniors.
It's the first year that the Junior Saloon Car Championship is going to run, so 2014 is our first year. We're almost up to 20 competitors, which is we're very, very happy with. There's going to be 20 youngsters on the grid.
And how did the alliance with Jack come about?
That fortunately came about via Ray, I think you've spoken to earlier. Ray introduced Jack to us, and I thought, yes, this kid could go all the way.
So in that case, from saloon car racing, with Le Mans in mind, how will a driver like Jack make that transition? Okay,
the issue we have at the moment is because of their age, they can only drive this type of car. The MSA will only allow juniors to drive this type of car. So as Jack spends a few years with this type of car, learning his craft and learning the circuits, we'll then move him into a sports type of car or a GT car.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.